John Wick infiltrates a smuggling compound run by Abram Tazarov, who is high-strung following the recent deaths of his nephew Yosef and his brother Vigo at John's hands. There, John recovers his stolen Boss 429 Mustang and kills all of Abram's men in a violent rampage, but spares Abram himself under the promise of peace between the two of them. Returning home, John sends his Mustang off to be repaired by Arturo and attempts to restart his life of quietude. That night, John is visited by the Camorra crime boss Santino, who is now seeking John's services. John is bound by a marker, a medallion symbolizing a blood oath with Santino, who helped him complete the impossible task that allowed him to retire and marry Helen. Nevertheless, John refuses, prompting Santino to destroy his house with a grenade launcher. After surviving Santino's attack, John travels to the Continental Hotel in New York City, where Winston reminds him that the underworld has two strictly enforced rules. 1, no conducting business on Continental grounds, and 2, he must honor the marker. To avoid a death sentence, John reluctantly accepts Santino's marker and is tasked with assassinating Santino's sister, Gianna, allowing Santino to claim her seat at the High Table, a council of 12 high-level crime bosses in the underworld. Santino sends Ares, his mute bodyguard, to observe John's mission. In Rome, John makes his way through Gianna's coronation and finds her in a dressing room. Faced with her certain death, she chooses to slit her wrists, after which John shoots her in the head to end her suffering and fulfill Santino's marker. While leaving, John is attacked by Gianna's bodyguard Cassian, forcing him to flee in the nearby catacombs, where he is double-crossed by Ares, who intends to kill John to tie up loose ends on Santino's behalf. After John kills most of Ares' henchmen, Cassian again pursues him, with the ensuing fight leading into the Rome Continental, where they are stopped from, quote-unquote, conducting business.
There will be no business conducted on the Continental grounds.
Sharing a drink, John explains that he was forced to kill her due to her brother's marker. Cassian, while understanding, tells him he cannot let the assassination go unpunished, but he promises to grant him a quick death as a professional courtesy. The Rome Continental's manager, Julius, gives John safe passage back to New York City. In the meantime, Santino had opened a contract to have John assassinated to avenge his sister's death. As John fights off numerous assassins, Winston visits Santino and confirms the marker's fulfillment, thus freeing John from being unable to defy or harm Santino. In the New York City subway, John encounters Cassian once again. The two men engage in a grueling melee that ends with Cassian being stabbed in the aorta, a precise puncture that will allow him to live.
Consider this a professional courtesy.
Severely injured, John seeks aid from the underground crime boss known as the Bowery King. Intrigued by his intent to kill a member of the High Table, the Bowery King sportingly gives John a weapon with 7 bullets, 1 for each million of the contract placed on John. He also directs him to an art museum where Santino holds a gala. John attacks the museum and kills all of Santino's subordinates, including Ares, whose actions buy time for Santino to escape to the Continental, where he boasts about remaining in sanctuary indefinitely. Despite Winston's calls for restraint, John executes Santino in the Continental Lounge. The next day, Winston meets with John and explains that the Camorra has doubled the bounty on John's head, now offering it globally. Further, for conducting business on Continental grounds per the High Table's rules, Winston is forced to declare John excommunicado, terminating his privileges and access to the underworld resources. However, due to their friendship, Winston delays the excommunicado status by 1 hour and provides him with a marker for future use. Before leaving, John tells Winston to warn every High Table member that he will kill everyone who tries to hunt him down.
I'll kill them. I'll kill them all.
As John departs, Winston formally initiates the excommunicado contract process, setting it to go live in 1 hour. Increasingly tense, John begins to run as phones around him start to ring en masse.
Thank you so much to Brad from Canada from the Scene Invaders Podcast for doing this recap. Consider subscribing to my channel and their channel. They do a really good job of just breaking down movies and TV shows in a really chill way. Also, consider becoming a member of the channel. That would help me out. And if you want to be really cool, I have merch, so you can buy that too.